The first is the type of leader, which is very hands off. I don't want to take ownership for things. I don't want to take responsibility for things, but don't tell me what to do. So very independent, but also I don't want to really take control of stuff. And we call this the rebel profile. And so I'd like to start with Mazen. In your perspective, if you have a CEO and they're exhibiting this rebel profile, what do you believe the impact of that is on the organization and the people around them?
I will start with this. When we decide as an executive leader of any sort to be really hands off and not really controlling, it really shows up that really we don't want to take responsibility. And then it might also be a fear of commitment because I'm in that position for a reason. So if I do not, and the fear probably of to deal with the communication, like I let them do whatever they want. The issue with that, which is I know it clearly, I've been through that myself. It feels off very cool actually, like a very cool person. Yeah, do whatever it's needed, but deep down there is control. There is a different form of control, and it really shows up in when people like it shows up. It's really a lot independent people, very I am independent. It's people mainly who did everything on their own in their life. They had to rely only on themselves, so become this kind of teacher, which is good and one, it's very positive. They want to show the people that everyone should start to find their own leadership within and then start working together. But it's a bit risky because that person, it cannot take feedback, so it will block feedback from the outside because nobody can tell that person what to do or what happened. So in a sense, there will be from that person control over the communication. So you have to become on top of it, and you will be always funnel it in a way that you will always hear what you want and then control what you don't, so you cannot see reality as it is. So the risk for is like you won't see reality of the company, of the employees, of the department in the proper way, and it's too loose that the departments and division might be too loose actually, so it won't be as fast the progress.
Persona, we have a hypothetical leader in front of us who is, I'm independent. I don't take feedback from the world. Don't tell me what to do. I don't need support. What are some of the potential downsides when you have a kind of conditioning like that?
As a CEO,
Yes.
well, the whole company is alerted that you cannot go to this CEO because there's not going to be any clear communication. There'll be a lot of fear set up in the other teams, and they will try to work it out themselves, and there'll be a lot of chaos and confusion. Someone like that is, well, I do work a lot with relating dynamics, but someone who's like that is very independent, don't tell me what to do, but very low on intimacy. So again, like Mazen said, like communication or truly being able to be vulnerable to what they're feeling or what's going on for them. So yeah, that's quite a devastating space to have someone in that position for a long time in a company, because then a company culture is built around going to somebody else who is going to support them to lead and give direction. So there'll be kind of different, there'll be this leader and there'll be other sub leaders taking the helm when they're
Yeah.
not in that position. And there'll be a lot of walking on eggshells.
Hmm.
And then others who will want to mirror the same and say, I want to be like that person, who will think, well, this is how a leader should be. But it's not healthy mirroring of what leadership is if you're like that.